Okay. Okay. So good afternoon to all the students. Okay, and we have started our unit number 4, that is the milling machine and gear manufacturing. Okay, and out of that, the first part, that is the milling machine, we have started from the last lecture. Okay, so first of all, I will summarize all the point, whatever point we have studied in that last lecture. That point I will summarize them, and then I will start the new point. Okay, and you have to remember in that today's lecture we are going to start the new point, that is the universal milling machine. Okay, in that last lecture we have covered the two type of the milling machine, that is the horizontal milling machine and vertical milling machine, and somewhat principle of that milling machine, definition of milling machine, and the classification of the milling machine. That point we have covered in that last lecture. And in today's lecture, okay, the agenda of our today's lecture is to complete the universal milling machine, then to complete the methods of milling. Okay, there are two types of milling methods are there. First is the up milling and another is the down milling. Okay, that point we are going to study in details, and then we will discuss the comparison between that. What is the difference between that up milling and down milling? That comparison we are going to discuss, and then we will summarize. Sorry, then I will discuss regarding to the milling operation. Okay, what are the different types of milling operations are carried out with the help of that milling machine. Okay, and also I will try to cover that milling operation in details. Okay, that is the agenda for the today's lecture. Okay, first up on I will summarize the point which are taken in that last lecture. Okay, which point we have covered in that last lecture? We have covered introduction, that is the definition of milling machine, then milling principle, then classification, and out of that we have covered the column and knee type milling machine. In that it consists of the horizontal milling machine, vertical milling machine. Okay, that 2 points we have covered in that last lecture. Okay, so first upon I will take the summarize that whatever point we have studied in that last lecture. Okay, first upon please tell me what is meant by the milling machine. Okay, what is the function of that milling machine, or what is meant by the milling operation? Okay, you have to remember that milling operation is nothing but it is the machining process. Okay, and with the help of that milling operation we can remove the material from the workpiece with the help of the milling cutter. Okay, with the help of the milling cutter means you have to remember in that milling operation, to perform the milling operation it is necessary to use the milling cutter. Okay, that milling cutter, it is mounted on the milling machine and it is rotating. Okay, on that milling cutter it consists of the multi-point edges are there, multi-point cutting edges are there, and with the help of that multi-point cutting edges we can remove the material easily from the workpiece. Okay, and the next point is in that milling machine your multi-point cutting cutter. Okay, that cutter it is rotated with the help of the electrical motor, and we are going to just give the feed to that workpiece. Means we have to, it is necessary to feeding the workpiece against to that rotary workpiece, sorry, rotary cutter, and that rotary cutter it will remove the metal from that workpiece. Means you have to remember in that milling machine we have to feed is given to that workpiece. Means that workpiece is feeding against to that rotary cutter, and due to the rotary motion of that cutter that multiple cutting edges are there, and that multiple cutting edges of that cutter it will easily remove the material from that workpiece. Okay, you can see the animation here. This is the milling cutter is there, and that milling cutter it is mounted on the arbor or in the spindle according to the which type of the machine we are going to use. Okay, if we are using the horizontal milling machine, that time that milling cutter it is mounted on the arbor, and the position of that milling cutter and arbor it will be horizontally. And when that we are going to using the vertical milling machine, that time this milling cutter it is directly mounted on the spindle. Okay, and according to the, when we are giving the power to that electrical motor, that electrical motor it will be rotate and giving the power to that cutter, and that cutter it will be rotate, and we are giving the feed to that workpiece. See, this is the work table is there, and on that work table the files is provided, and with the help of that files we can easily mount, or we can easily hold the our workpiece, and just we are giving the feed to that table, means we are rotating, sorry, we are giving the feed to that table, means your table it will be move longitudinally, whether you your table it will move crosswise in and also in vertical direction also. Okay, generally that three types of feeding we can give to that workpiece. Which type of feeding we can give? We can feed or we can move the table in longitudinal direction, we can move the table crosswise direction, and also we can move the table in vertical direction, means in up and down. Okay, in this manner we can give the feed to that table, and according to that milling cutter, and that milling cutter it will be easily remove the material from that workpiece. Okay, this is about the introduction regarding to the milling machine. Simple principle of milling machine. Okay, on which principle your milling machine is work? Simple, see here, this is the one arbor is there, and on that arbor your milling cutter is mounted. Okay, and that arbor it is fixed into the hollow spindle. Okay, and that spindle it is rotated by the electrical motor. Okay, when that spindle it is rotate, that time your arbor is also start rotate, and along with this arbor this milling cutter is also start to rotate. Okay, and when your milling cutter start to rotate, that time we have to feed the workpiece, feed that workpiece to that cutter, and so that this cutter it will remove the material from the workpiece. Okay, in this manner your milling machine is work. Okay, then we have seen the classification of milling machine. Okay, see that milling machine is classified into the following types. It consists of the column and knee type of milling machine, then planer type milling machine, fixed bed type milling machine, production milling machine, and special purpose milling machine. Okay, now again that column and knee type milling machine is classified into the different types. See here, that column and knee type of milling machine it is classified into the following types. Okay, it consists of the first is the plane or horizontal milling machine, then next is the vertical milling machine, third is the universal milling machine, and fourth is the ohm universal milling machine. Okay, now see the horizontal milling machine. Why it is called as the horizontal milling machine? Because in this milling machine the position of your spindle or arbor it will be horizontally, means the spindle it is lies in horizontal position, and the arbor, the position of arbor is also horizontally. Okay, see the construction it consists of the base, it is made up from the cast iron, so that it having the good compressive strength, and it will absorb all the vibration and forces it is generated during the machining process. That all vibration forces it is absorbed by the base, or we can call it is the bed. Okay, and it also hold the all the part of your milling machine. Okay, and also it will absorb the load of all the part of your lathe machine, milling machine. See here at the one end of your base one vertical column is mounted, and that vertical column it consists of all driving mechanism. Okay, all driving mechanism means it consists of the pulley, belt, then gears, then power motor. Okay, that all driving mechanism it is required to rotate the spindle. That all driving mechanism it is consist into that vertical column. Again, at the top of the vertical column there is one overhanging arm is there, and to that overhanging arm one arbor support is mounted. Okay, with the help of that supporter we can easily hold that arbor, or we can provide the support to that arbor. Okay, means it means the one end of your arbor it is fixed into the arbor support, and the one end of your arbor it is mounted into the hollow spindle. Okay, again it consists of the one knee is there. Okay, and this face of this column, okay, the face of this vertical column, the guideways are provided. Okay, with the help of this guideway we can easily move that knee up and down. Okay, here one handwheel is provided. With the help of that handwheel, or we can say with the help of that elevating screw, we can easily move this knee up and down with the help of the guideways which are provided on the face of your column. Again, on that knee it consists of one saddle is there, and with the help of this saddle we can give the motion to that table in longitudinal direction. Okay, with the help of the saddle we can move this table in longitudinal direction, means we can move the table in left or right side. Again, on that saddle, okay, on that saddle it consists of table is mounted above the saddle, and on that table the T slots are provided for clamping the vice. Okay, and above the table there is a vice is provided, and on the hoist your workpiece is mounted. Okay, and also another movement is also possible to that table is means with the help of the hand wheel we can also move the table in crosswise direction. Okay, means in that horizontal milling machine we can give the feed to that work table in the three motion. Means first is we can move the table in up and down direction with the help of that knee. Then we can give the longitudinal movement to that table with the help of the saddle, and also we can move the cross. Okay, also we can give the crosswise movement to that table with the help of the cross slide. Okay, that cross movement is also possible in this horizontal motion. Okay, this three motion we can easily give the that table. Okay, and here on that arbor milling cutter is mounted. Okay, and when we are giving the supply to that machine, your electrical motor is started and it will give the power to the spindle. Means your spindle is start rotate, and along with the spindle that arbor is start rotate, and along the arbor your cutter is start rotate. Okay, when once your cutter is start rotate, just we are giving the feed to that table, means to that workpiece against to that cutter, and that cutter it will remove the material from that workpiece. Okay, in this manner your horizontal milling machine is work. Then next milling machine we have studied, that is the vertical milling machine, and only difference is that in that horizontal milling machine the position of spindle it will be horizontal, and here in that vertical milling machine we are going to mount your spindle in vertical manner. See here, this is the vertical spindle is mounted here. Again same parts are there. Again it consists of the bed, similar function. Again it consists of the column. Again it is similar function to hold the all driving mechanism. The one additional element is present in that vertical milling machine is it consists of the vertical milling head. See, this is the vertical milling head, and here scale is provided. Okay, that vertical milling head we can rotate an angle for helical cutting. Okay, means suppose we want to do the milling in angular manner. Okay, for this purpose that vertical milling head is come into the picture. Okay, again here see this is the spindle, and at the end of the spindle cutter is mounted. Here again it can stop the knee. This knee also we can move up and down with the help of this elevating screw, by rotating that elevating screw with the help of the hand wheel, and also these guideways are provided on this column. Again above the knee, again it consists of the saddle, and with the help of the saddle we can move the table in longitudinal direction, and also we can move the table in crosswise direction also. Okay, again similar on that table it consists of the one hoist, and inside the hoist we can hold the workpiece, and just we are feeding the workpiece, and with the help of the rotary motion of that cutter it will remove the metal from that workpiece. Okay, in this manner your vertical milling machine is to work. Okay, see here, see this is the animation. This is the vertical spindle, and here cutter is mounted, and just we are giving the feed or feeding the work against to that rotary cutter, and that cutter it will remove the metal from that workpiece. Okay, see here, this is the animation. Okay, in this manner your vertical milling machine is work. This is the real picture. Okay, now we are going to move towards our next type of milling machine, that is the third milling machine is universal milling machine. Okay, its name is indicate that it's milling. Why it is called as the universal? Yes, anybody? Why it is called as universal? Universal milling machine. Milling is same, machine again meaning of that machine is same, milling is same. Then one additional word they have added here, that is the universal. Okay, why it is called as the universal? Yes, anybody? Any ideas there? Yes. Why it is called as the universal? Because this machine is called as the universal milling because this milling machine it will carry out the most of operations. Okay, whatever operations are not performed by that horizontal and vertical milling machine. Okay, that all type of operation or all type of milling operation we can easily perform, or most of milling operation we can easily perform on this milling machine, so that it is called as the universal milling machine. Okay, then what is the difference between that universal milling machine and horizontal and vertical milling machine. Again, that universal milling machine is also, it is similar to that horizontal milling machine, but only difference is that in that universal milling machine we are going to use one additional element. Okay, we are going to use the one additional element. Okay, what is that additional element we are going to using in that universal milling machine? The table is here, the table is mounted on circular swing base. Okay, circular swing base means here this is the horizontal milling machine, and inside that, suppose here one knee is provided. Okay, and above the knee the saddle is there, and above the saddle there is the table is there. Okay, but in between that saddle and in between that knee, here in that universal milling machine we are going to use one another element, and that element is called as the circular swing base. Okay, circular swing base. Okay, circular swing base is mounted means your table in that universal milling machine, you have to remember your table is mounted on the swing base. Okay, so that, okay, what, so that we will get the another benefit in that universal milling machine because of that additional element, that is the, in that universal milling machine we are going to mount our table above the circular swing base, and we are getting the another benefit of that swing base is we can swing your table in that universal milling machine, we can swing the table at 45 degree. Okay, that is the another benefit we are going to achieve in that universal milling machine, because we are knowing that in that horizontal milling machine or the in that vertical milling machine it is not possible to rotate the work table at a particular angle. Okay, that disadvantages we have overcome in that universal milling machine, because in that universal milling machine your table, okay, in that universal milling machine your table is mounted on the circular swing base, and on that circular swing base we can easily rotate your table at the 45 degree. Okay, that is the additional point we have generate in that universal milling machine. Okay, so that already right now we have seen in that horizontal and vertical milling machine we can achieve only the three movement of your table. Okay, which movement we have achieved in that horizontal and vertical? Okay, see here in that horizontal and vertical milling machine we are having only three movement of the table. Okay, means we can move the table longitudinally, we can move the table crosswise, and we can move the table vertical only. Okay, that three motions are possible, that three table motion is possible into the horizontal and vertical milling machine. But because of that circular swing base, on that circular swing base we have mounted our table. Because of that, in that universal milling machine we are going to get another moment, that is the angular moment. Means we can give the, or we can rotate your table at a 45 degree. Okay, that additional moment we can achieve in that universal milling machine. Okay, and generally you have to remember here that universal milling machine is used to produce the spur gear. Okay, because in spiral gear, bevel gear, drill bit. Okay, because on that drill bit we can say the flutes are there. Okay, that vehicle's flutes are there to generate that vehicle milling, or so that we can say to generate that vehicle fluids, that universal machine is generally used. Okay, to generate or to perform the milling operation on the reamer. Okay, to drill, bevel gear. Okay, spiral gear, spur gear. Okay, such type of the operations are performed on a universal milling machine. Okay, means vehicle operations are easily performed on that universal milling machine, because in that universal milling machine it is possible to rotate or swing the table at a 45 degree on the both the side. Okay, understood the universal milling machine? Yes. What is the difference between universal milling machine and horizontal milling machine? Okay, you have to remember the difference. In that horizontal milling machine we are having only the three table movement, that is the longitudinal, crosswise, and vertical. Means you have to remember in that horizontal milling machine, okay, we can give the only three movement to the table for the feeding purpose. Means we can move the table in longitudinally, okay, we can move the table in vertically with the help of this knee, and also we can move the table in crosswise. Okay, there that three motions are possible into the vertical and horizontal milling machine. But in that, in this universal milling machine, we can give the movement to the table longitudinally also, first movement longitudinally, then we can give the crosswise movement to that table, that is the second movement. Also we can move the table up and down, that is the third movement. And also we can rotate this table at a 45 degree. Okay, 45 degree, that is the fourth number movement also we can easily achieve in this universal milling machine. So that it is called as the universal milling machine, because it perform the most of operations. Okay, and generally what is the application of that universal milling machine? The application of that universal milling machine is, this universal milling machine is used to generate the spur gear, helical gear, then spiral gear, bevel gear, then to produce the drill bit, to produce the reamer. Okay, means whenever we require to produce the helical operations, angular operations, we can say, okay, that time we can use the universal milling machine. These are the particular application of your universal milling machine, that with the help of the universal milling machine we can easily produce the spur gear, we can produce the spiral gear, we can produce the bevel gear, we can produce the drill bit, because we are knowing that on that drill bit, drill bit, the helical fluids are there. To generate that helical fluids, we can use the universal milling machine. Okay, understood? Yes, this is the introduction of that universal milling machine. Okay, now see, this is the real picture for the universal milling machine. Okay, and that another parts are same. Again, it can stop the one base is there. Okay, and at the one end of your base, one vertical column is mounted. See, this is the vertical column is there, and inside that vertical column, again, it consists of the all driving mechanisms. Okay, whatever driving mechanisms are required to rotate the spindle. See, this is the hollow spindle is there. Okay, and inside, see, this is the this is the arbor support is there, this is the overhanging column is there, and in that arbor support we can easily mount here one arbor. Okay, horizontal arbor. Okay, there are two types of universal machine, it will be there. Okay, one of the, whether it is horizontal universal machine or whether it will be the vertical universal milling machine. See, this is the horizontal universal milling machine is there. See, this is the arbor, and on that arbor we can mount the milling cutter. Okay, so this is the arbor, and on that arbor, see, this is the arbor, and on that arbor we are going to mount the milling cutter is there. See, this is the table is there. Okay, this table, and on that table we can use the hoist, and on that hoist we can mount your workpiece. See, this is the saddle. Okay, and this is the knees here. Okay, and in between, okay, one additional element we are going to use here. Okay, that the table, whatever you see, this is the table. Inside the table we are going to use one swing base is there. Okay, see, such type of the swing base is there, and on that swing base we are going to mount your table. Okay, see, and with the help of that swing base, okay, in between that saddle or in between that knee and table, we are going to, here we are going to use the one swing table is there, and on that swing base we are going to mount the table. Okay, and with the help of that swing base we can give the angle, that 45-degree angle we can easily give to that this table. Okay, means we can swing that table, we can easily swing that table at a 45-degree and the both the side. Okay, so that it is easy to produce the helical machining. Okay, this is the universal milling machine. Okay, understood? Any problem is there? Yes. Yes.
No problem, sir.
What about others? Yes, please give me reply whether you are understood. Again, it
Yes,
is
sir.
same construction and working of that universal milling machine is similar to the horizontal milling machine, but only difference is that in that universal milling machine we can swing the work table at the 45-degree. That is the difference. And you have to remember that universal milling machine we can use to produce the spur gear, helical gear, spiral gear, bevel gear, or to generate the drill and reamers. Okay, for this purpose we can use this universal milling machine. Okay, whether you are understood, otherwise it is similar. Yes, please.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Krishnamali,
Yes, sir.
Kalyanpur,
Yes, sir.
Nikhil Pawar,
Yes, sir.
Madhuri, roll number 8,
Yes, sir. Understood.
Chaitanya.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay, so this is about the universal milling machine. Now the next point, sorry, one milling machine is remaining here. Here, Omni universal milling machine. Okay, again it is similar. Again it is similar to the universal milling machine, but only difference is that, okay, in this milling machine, that Omni universal milling machine, one additional moment we can achieve. That is the whatever the knees are there. Okay, see, this is the knee. We can swing that knee in this milling machine. Okay, in this milling machine, only difference is that again this Omni universal milling machine is similar to the universal milling machine. We have seen in that universal milling machine we can swing the work table at the 45-degree. Okay, and here also in this milling machine we are going to achieve one movement, that is the, in this milling machine we are going to swing the knee. So this knee also we can swing at the particular angle in this milling machine. Okay, this is about the 4 milling machines. Okay, you have to remember, in that horizontal milling machine the position of arbor and position of spindle, it will be horizontal, simple. And which movement we can give to the table? Yes, please tell me, which movement is possible in that horizontal milling machine to the table? Which table movement is possible in the horizontal milling machine? Please tell me. Yes, yes, anybody?
A longitudinal cross-section line up and down.
Good. Longitudinal movement is possible with the help of the saddle. Then cross movement is also possible, and up and down movement is also possible with the help of that knee. Okay, again same this movement, again the same this table movement is possible in the vertical milling machine also. Then tell me, in that universal milling machine, which movement is possible for the table? Which table movement is possible in that universal milling machine? Yes, anybody? Yes.
Angular movement, vertical, cross, and
Okay,
longitudinal.
that three, that longitudinal, cross, and vertical, these are the same. That three motions are same, moment are same, but only additional is we can swing the work table at the 45-degree. Means in this universal milling machine we can achieve the 4 table movement. Okay, and what about this home universal milling machine? Again here one additional is there, that is the swing movement is possible for the knee. Again here 5 table movement is possible in this milling machine. Okay, now we are going to take the next point, that is the methods of milling machine. Okay, methods of milling machine. Generally there are 2 types of millings are possible. First is the up milling and another is the down milling. Okay, up milling and down milling. Then we will discuss what is meant by the up milling. Okay, first upon you have to understand the meaning of that up and down. Up milling, down milling. Okay, see, this is the picture for the up milling and this is the picture for the down milling. Okay, now see the definition. Fin we can call it is the up milling. Okay, again see here, this is the cutter is there. Okay, that cutter, it is mounted on the arbor and this is the workpiece is there. Now we are going to feed that workpiece against to that rotary cutter, and whatever teeth are there or cutting edges are there on that cutter, these cutting edges, it will remove the material from that workpiece. This is the milling. Okay, now then what is meant by the up milling and when we can call it is the down milling. Okay, see here simple. When first upon I will tell you the meaning of that up milling. When the direction of the direction when the direction of this cutter and the direction of the feeding direction of your workpiece both are the opposite to each other, that time we can call it is the up milling. Simple. See here. Now see, this is the cutter is there and your cutter is rotating in this direction. Okay, cutter is rotating in this direction, and now we are going to feeding this workpiece in this direction. Means the rotary motion of your cutter and feeding direction of your workpiece both are the opposite to each other. That time we can call it is the up milling, because here this cutter is rotating in this manner. Okay, this cutter is rotating in this manner, and now we are feeding the workpiece in this way. Okay, and see here, when the cutter is rotating in this manner, that time this cutting edges, whatever that cutting edges are provided on that cutter, that cutting edges, it will be try to pull up or pick up the workpiece. See here, pick up the workpiece. Okay, that cutter, it will try to pick up the workpiece in upward direction, so that it is called as the up milling. Understood? In that up milling, when we can call it as up milling. Okay, when the rotary directional. Okay, when your cutter is rotate, the direction of rotary direction of your cutter and the feeding direction of your workpiece both are the opposite to each other. That time we can call it is the up milling. And in that up milling, you have to remember that cutter, it will be try to pick up the workpiece in upward direction. Okay, pick up the workpiece in upward direction. Here, this is about the up milling. And when we can call the down milling, again opposite. When the rotary direction, the rotational direction of your cutter and feeding direction of your workpiece both are the same, that time we can call it is the down milling. Now see here, your cutter is rotating in this manner. Okay, and this is the rotary motion. So this is the rotary direction of your cutter, and see, this is the direction of your feeding direction of your workpiece. Okay, in this direction we are going to feed the workpiece, and in this direction we are going to rotate the cutter. Means the rotary direction, rotary direction of your cutter and the feeding direction of your workpiece both are the same. That time it is called as the down milling. Now see here. Now in this picture you can easily understood this milling cutter, it will try to push the workpiece in downward direction. Now this cutter, it will pushing the workpiece in downward direction, and here in this up milling, your cutter, it will try to pick up the workpiece in upward direction, and here it will pushing the workpiece in downward direction. Okay, see, this is about the up milling and down milling. Simple. See here, when the direction of your workpiece, feeding and direction of your cutter rotation are opposite to each other. See here, that cutter is rotate in this manner, and we are giving the feed to the workpiece in this direction. Means this both the direction are opposite. Okay, the rotary direction and the feeding direction, both the direction are opposite to each other. That time it is called as the up milling. Now see here, this is the up milling. Okay, means in that up milling or during the up milling, the cutter, this cutter, it will pick up the workpiece in upward direction. Okay, see, in this there may be chances of picking the workpiece in upward direction. Okay, then another point in the up milling is the cutting force. Okay, the cutting force, it will be minimum during the beginning. Okay, so now see here, this is the workpiece is there and this is the cutter is there, and when your cutter start rotating, okay, at the initial position, at the initial, the cutting force is minimum, and at the end, see, this in this manner your cutter is rotating. At the initially, the cutting force is minimum, and at the end, here, see, this is the cutting edge and this is the end. At the end, this cutting force, it will be maximum. Okay, you have to remember in that up milling, the cutting force at the initially, it will minimum, and the cutting force, it will be maximum at the end. Here, the cutting force, it will be maximum at the end. Okay, and the thickness of the chips, okay, whatever chips are generated because of the removing the material from the workpiece. We are knowing that this cutter is rotating and this feeding that workpiece is feeding. Because of that, this cutter, it will remove the material from that workpiece, means it will generate the chips. Okay, during that machining process, we are knowing that chips are generated, and you have to remember in that up milling, the thickness of the chips. See, this is the chips there. See, this is the chips. The thickness of the chip is more at the end of the cut. Initially, whatever chips are generated, the thickness of that chip is smaller, and whatever chips are generated at the end, okay, the thickness of that chip is the bigger. Means you have to remember the thickness of the chip in that up milling is more at the end. Okay, and initially whatever here, see, the initially this chip is generated and the thickness of that chip is smaller, and at the end whatever chips are generated, the thickness of that chip is the more in the up milling. Okay, in the up milling. And you have to remember in that up milling, it is difficult to pour the coolant and the cutting edges. Now cutting edges is here. Now it is difficult to pour the coolant on the cutting edges. Due to that up milling, it will produce the poor surface finishing. Okay, due to that up milling, it will produce the poor surface finishing. Okay, this is about the up milling. Okay, once again I will summarize all the point related to the up milling. Fin we can call the up milling. Okay, fin, the direction of workpiece feed. Okay, the direction of workpiece feeding and the direction of this cutter rotation, both the direction are opposite to each other. That time we can call it is the up milling. And during the up milling, that milling cutter, it will try to pull up the workpiece, in upward direction. And in that up milling, whatever cutter we are using, in that up milling, the cutting force is generated at initially it is minimum. Means at the initially this cutter, it will generate the less or minimum cutting force, and it will generate the higher cutting force at the end. Okay, and whatever chips are generated during that up milling, the thickness of that chip at initially it is less, and the thickness of the chips at the end it will be more. Okay, and in that up milling, it is difficult to pour the coolant on that cutting edges. Due to that, it will produce the rough surface finish. It does not produce the good surface finish. Okay, this is about the up milling. Okay, then what is meant by the down milling? The workpiece, the direction of workpiece feeding, see, in this direction, see, this is the workpiece is there, this is the cutter is there, and now we are feeding the workpiece in this direction, and the cutter is also rotating in this direction. Means the this cutter rotational direction of your cutter and feeding direction both are the same, so that it is called as the down milling. Okay, and during the down milling, at the initially, okay, in that down milling, initially it will create the maximum cutting force. Okay, at the initially it will create the maximum cutting force, and at the end it will create the minimum cutting force. Okay, and in the down milling, at the initially whatever chips are generated, the thickness of that chips is more, and at the end whatever chips are generated, the thickness of that chip is smaller. Okay, and here you can see here on that cutting edges we can easily pour the coolant, so that it will produce the good surface finish. It means that the down milling, it will produce the good surface finish. Okay, again it is very simple. You have to remember in that down milling, the direction and the rotary direction of your cutter and feeding direction of your workpiece both are the same. Means here in this manner your cutter is rotating, and in this direction also we are feeding the workpiece. Okay, means the rotary direction and feeding direction both are the same. That time you can call it is the down milling. And during the down milling, okay, during the down milling, that cutter, it does not pick up the workpiece in upward direction. Okay, and in that down milling, that cutter is pushing the workpiece in downward direction. Okay, this is about the down milling. Okay, see the basic difference between that up milling and down milling. See here, first difference, the workpiece is fed in opposite direction to the cutter. Means the direction, workpiece feeding direction and cutter rotary direction both are the opposite, so that it is called as up milling. But in the down milling, the workpiece feed in the same direction of the cutter. Means your feeding direction, your workpiece feeding direction and cutter rotational direction both are the same. Okay, here in the up milling, the chips are progressively thicker. Means initially it is small and at the end it will become thicker. Okay, but in the down milling, the chips are progressively thinner. Okay, here in that up milling, the strong clamping is required. Okay, for the up milling, strong clamping to that workpiece it is required because the cutting force is generated in upward direction. Okay, that cutting force is generated in upward direction, so that there may be chances of lifting the workpiece. Okay, but in that down milling, it is not necessary to strong clamping to that workpiece because the cutting force is generated in downward direction. Means in that down milling, that cutter it will pushing the workpiece in downward direction, so that it is not necessary to the strong clamping. But in that up milling, your cutter it will be pick up the workpiece in upward direction, so that there may be chance of lifting the workpiece in upward direction, so that it requires the strong clamping. And in that up milling, it will produce the poor surface finish because in that up milling, it is difficult to pour the coolant on that cutting edges, so that it will produce the poor surface finish. But in that down milling, it is possible to pour the coolant on the cutting edges, so that it will produce the good surface finish. And that up milling, it is used for the hard material, and you have to remember that down milling it is used for the soft material. Okay, this is about the up milling and down milling. Okay, whether you have understood what is meant by the up milling, what is meant by the down milling? Yes. See here, in that up milling, this cutter and workpiece, the direction of your cutter and direction of your workpiece feeding both are the same. It is called as the up milling. But in the opposite, but in the down milling, this cutter and your workpiece it having same direction. Okay, whether you understood the up milling and down milling?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is about the up milling and down milling. And this is the difference, simple. Okay, thank you.